Hi and welcome to the second installment of Nathan's Beer Reviews. Today I'm going to be looking at the second beer of the Matso's range, and that is their Chilli beer from the Matso's Brewing Company in Broome, Western Australia. This comes in at 4.2% alcohol by volume, which is 1.1 standard drinks, and just like their mango beer that I reviewed earlier, it comes in this brown stubby bottle. Hopefully I like this beer. I'm a big chili fan. I love spicy foods. Love chili in my food. So hopefully their chili beer gives me the spicy kick I'm looking for. A little bit about the brewery. They're a small craft brewery based out of Broome, Western Australia, as I mentioned beforehand. Broome is a little country town, big country town actually, in remote far northwestern Australia, for those of you who aren't familiar with Australian geography. But this one is actually brewed under license in Perth, which is the capital city of Western Australia, for the Matso's brewery. And they describe the beer as probably the hottest beer in the world. The fiery chili, its legendary properties are said to include many benefits: antibiotics, detoxants, pain management, vitamin C, and brain stimulation, to name but a few. Who knows if it's all true? We just like the taste. It's a pretty interesting description for the beer. It's also an aphrodisiac, so you never know. But let's get on with the review. So we'll crack it open, pour it into the same glass I used for the mango beer. I found out with the mango beer that they're twist top bottles, so no need for a bottle opener. Decent amount of smoke on the opening there. There's the cap for you cap heads. Exact same cap as the mango beer. I don't think they changed. It's just the brewery. Doesn't actually say what beer it is. So into the glass. I think it's a filtered beer. I don't think there's any secondary fermentation going on. We'll just get the whole bottle into the glass. Okay, so much like the mango beer, it's poured a very clear golden appearance. There seems to be a little bit more carbonation than their mango beer, and it does actually seem to be a little bit hazier than the mango beer. It's actually poured a much fluffier white head, probably about 2 to 3 fingers worth, depending on how fat your fingers are. And yeah, it's very pale golden, looking fairly lager-like. It doesn't actually say what style of beer it is. It's just a chili flavoured beer, so it is a flavoured beer. But yeah, there's no haziness really to the beer. It's just a nice, crisp, golden colour. You can see through it. A little bit of haze, but I think that's just from the condensation on the glass. The aroma. It smells very much like your typical Australian lager. Some grainy malts. Grain, barley malts. No real chili aroma to speak of. There is some hop presence there, maybe Pride of Ringwood, which is very typical of Australian lagers, using Pride of Ringwood hops. It smells refreshing for a Sydney mid-spring afternoon. Not a cloud in the sky this afternoon. That's why I thought I'd do the review outside today. So. Well, it smells refreshing, so let's get on with the taste. Cheers. It's actually very, very nice for a chili beer. I did have this a few years ago when I worked in a pub, and they had it in the bottle shop, and I didn't really think it was that spicy, but that was about 5 years ago. You get a very nice sweet malt front, and then immediately you get the burn down the back of the throat. It's not outrageously spicy. I don't think they claim it's probably the hottest beer in the world. I don't know if that's coming up on the camera. but I'm sure there are probably craft breweries out there with slightly hotter beers. Decent level of carbonation. It's not the most carbonated beer in the world, but it's not flat by any means. It's got a nice malt front to it. It's got a nice sweet maltiness to it. Not as sweet as the mango beer. And then you get the burn, that sort of that stereotypical chili burn down the back of the throat. I have a pretty high tolerance when it comes to chili, so I'm probably not thinking it's as spicy as some people would. There's a slight hop flavour. I'm guessing it's prior to Ringwood, which is pretty common around Australian beers. As my palate becomes accustomed to the spiciness, every mouthful isn't nearly as spicy as that first hit. It's still a good chili kick. I'm definitely feeling it at the back of my throat. But it's not overpowering. It's not bringing tears to my eyes. It's not making me sweat. It's almost like I've just crunched on a peppercorn or bit into a chili. It's not overly powerful. It doesn't actually say what style of chili they use in this beer. If it's a jalapeno or if it's a Thai chili. I'd be interested to find out what type of chili they use in it. But it's actually not bad. It's very refreshing. It has a dry finish to it, a very dry finish. Probably courtesy of the chili. And it's actually quite refreshing. It's more refreshing than their mango beer, which I found too cloy and too sweet. But yeah, there's a nice dryness that leaves you actually wanting more. Those who don't have a high tolerance of chili may find it a bit much. But I'm actually quite enjoying this this offering. What am I going to rate it? You know what? For a chili beer, there's a few of them floating around nowadays. A lot of brewers, like craft brewers, are starting to go, experiment with things like chilies and different fruits in their beers. I'm going to give it a solid 7 out of 10. It's not the best beer in the world. It's not the most refreshing lager, but it's got a nice chili kick if you love a bit of chili, and it does have a refreshing sort of flavour to it. It's not overpowering. Sessionability. Oh look, you probably wouldn't go more than 2 or 3 of these tops without the back of your throat starting to go. Now that I start finishing the end of the beer, I'm starting to feel the burn there a lot more. Like I said, I reviewed this maybe 5 years ago. I had it 5 years ago at least, and I don't remember it being this spicy. I vaguely remember it being quite bland as well, and I think they must have improved the recipe because I'm finding this quite enjoyable. Yeah, it's got a good malt sweetness at the front, and then that chili comes through in the back. If it was a slightly hoppier, it might be slightly more enjoyable, but I'm happy to give it a 7 out of 10 for Matso's Chili beer. So thanks for watching the review, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Click like and subscribe if you like the video, and if you want to see some more content from me, definitely hit that like button. If you want to see me review one of your favourite beers, leave a comment down in the comment section, and I'll get around to reviewing it for you. So, yeah, again, hope you enjoyed the video, guys. 7 out of 10 for Matso's Chili beer. And as always, drink responsibly, but have fun, because no good story ever started with a glass of soda water. Thanks, guys. Enjoy.